Welcome back everyone to another episode of the Crafty Crow Show. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a gear review. Today we're going to compare the sound quality of my phone, my Gopro by themselves, one of the Rode microphones that I already have that I've been using on videos, and the new Rode Wireless ME. So stick with us, come with us. Let's get a good comparison of unedited sound from all these different devices to help you choose which one will work right for you. Let's go. So there's going to be a wide range of sounds that you're going to hear come from this. Right now we're inside the workshop, which is basically one end of the carport that has the walls boxed in and stuff too. It's one bay of the carport. It's a 3-bay carport. This is one of the bays. Yeah, 3-bay. Right now we're on just my iPhone 12 Pro Max. Straight sound from the iPhone, no microphones attached. This is what we're getting. And I'm also going to pay attention to the video quality because just looking at my screen here, it looks kind of better than what my GoPro does. I don't know, we're going to find that out too, but it's all experimenting. Now the intention of this video, I bought this, I've been wanting a wireless set for a while. Rode had the, what's it called? The Wireless Go 2 system that a lot of people's been using. It looked like a really good system, and I was trying to save up some of the money. You all as subscribers, it's been earning a little money for the channel. I've got a cat climbing up on the workbench. Here, you're gonna see this cat while we're at it. Look here at this little guy. Yeah, I got 2 kittens roaming around, so if you hear something, that's probably them. Anyway, wanted to get that system for a while, but it's a little expensive. I've been saving the money that I'm getting, from YouTube payments, which is from you all as subscribers and everybody that watches. So thank you. And keeping with tradition, I'm trying to upgrade my equipment as we go along. So that's the whole point of the video. But come across the Wireless Me, and the Wireless Me is a cheaper option. There's a couple of little differences in the two, but I think this is going to be an option that works good for me. So let's dive in first down to the different items we're going to be using for the video, show you that, and then we'll do sound quality. So coming up first, we have the GoPro Hero 8 Black. Yeah, it's had its days, but been an awesome camera, worked really good for me, and I'm totally happy with it. The Hero 8 Black on Amazon runs for $248.86 just to buy the camera. Luckily, it was a subscriber gift, and I've appreciated it ever since. Of course, iPhone, yeah, I know, it's dirty. iPhone 12 Pro Max. Oh, look, there's Pam. iPhone 12 Pro Max. Been a good phone. I started with an iPhone 6 when I started my YouTube channel. Upgraded this phone with lots of memory. If this is all you've got, that's all you need to start a YouTube channel, just this. And you've probably already got one in your pocket. So you don't have to spend a whole bunch to get started on YouTube. All this equipment's just little upgrades that I'm trying to show you to help you along your way. So iPhone 12 Pro Max, available at all your local retailers for an enormous price. I didn't even look because expensive. Next up, we have the Rode Video Micro. This is a shotgun style mic. It's pretty small and compact. You can see by the size of my hand and stuff. Goes for $42 even on Amazon right now. It comes with this big cat head air screen. It works really good. A little bulky to carry around, but it's definitely a great option to upgrade. This was my first audio upgrade. To upgrade from this and make your videos a little better. And then we have the Rode Wireless Me system. These are very small. I mean, very small. Let's look. Yeah, this is why I've done this on my bench, by the way. Not even hardly 2 inches wide. And so 2x2, a little bit smaller than 2x2. You have a receiver and a transmitter. Transmitter can accept a lapel mic if you need it to. Both of them can record sound, and it comes with all of the stuff you need to hook it to a phone or a camera or whatever. It's got the little, what are them things called? Cat heads or whatever, the little windscreens that will clip into the top of those so they don't fall out easily. I know the difference I've seen between this and the what is it, the wireless Go 2, the Go 2. The receiver on the Go 2s will record the audio internally. This doesn't. This is just a receiver to pump it straight into your camera. So you can't back up your audio files. So if that's something that you're worried about, you know, keep that in mind. This system will run you about $149 off of Amazon, which is a lot less than the wireless Go or the wireless Go 2. Not as many features, but it's more custom built for vloggers, YouTubers, and everything. It don't have as many bells and whistles, but everything there is pretty cool. And it is pretty cool. This receiver can also record, so you can record your audio and another person's audio if you're doing an interview or something. Or if you just need two receivers for you behind the microphone and somebody else out in front of you. So you can still get two people without having to buy another one. So look it up. It's a pretty good deal. Let's get in here and see how all this sounds together now. All right, for starters, we have the iPhone, just nothing but the iPhone's audio. This is normal distance to the camera that I normally have. We'll step back here to the back wall, which is 5-6 foot away. Trying to keep my voice the same, but you're wanting to talk a little bit louder anyway. Over here, and then we'll go about a 45 from the phone. So there's your 45 on the phone. One thing to note, let me pull up a chair. One thing to note that I did find out, you'll notice on some of this video it's going to look a little different because of this. I done all the shooting for this video, had it in editing, was going to put it out last week, had everything good, and then noticed the microphones wasn't working on the GoPro. So while I've got you here and while I'm thinking about it, I had to buy the audio adapter for the GoPro. You've just got to have it. I didn't think you did. I thought it worked without. Apparently it don't. And this whole time I've been using that Video Micro, this little shotgun mic here. I don't think it's been working either. So stupid move on my part, not researching. Here's the info on the adapter. This is how much it cost on Amazon. Buy the adapter because that's what's going to make it work with your GoPro. So if you're using a GoPro and you're upgrading to some of these audios, get the adapter. This is the sound with the raw iPhone. Let's move on to see what the Video Micro sounds like. Now we have the Rode Video Micro hooked up to the phone. It's a shotgun mic. It's been a really good mic. I've used this one for probably a year or so. I've had this. It's cone of sound capture and stuff. It's kind of like a V shape to it. So I can't get as much room in here as I can in some of the other places we're going to test this. But right now, we'll see what we can do. Me standing back, this is probably 5 foot from the microphone. I know you can hear a lot of echo in here because this place is really echoey. That's one thing I want to try to fix. It's hard to shoot here in the building because it was set up as a workshop, not as a video studio. Also, I'm going to take about a 45-degree shot off of the camera and stuff to see, especially where this one uses a cone, see how it picks up, and then straight on. So this is with the Rode Video Micro. On to the wireless me. As you can see here, this is all it is. This thing's not very big. Kind of sits in my pocket. I might have to move that later on, but I'll weigh with my back against the wall here. Here's the 45 over here. I don't know what this is doing to the echo or anything in the room, so just experimenting to find out. Now let's kick over to the GoPro, do some testing with the GoPro and see what it sounds like. Then we'll move on to different places with much more room to maneuver in to see what they sound like. Okay, let's start out with the GoPro. This cat will not leave me alone this morning, so I guess he's going to be in the video. We'll start out with the GoPro, no microphone or anything on it. So this is normal distance to the camera. If you got cats, you know. We'll back up to the back wall, which is not much distance. This is the sound you're getting from the GoPro. I know there's a lot of echo and stuff in here. There always is a lot of echo in here, so hopefully this is going to combat that. Cat, you're going to hear it. Then 45 off of the GoPro over here, so you can kind of see the difference. So that's the GoPro raw by itself. Let's switch this over to, I knew that was getting ready to happen. I'm a pirate. Or switch this over to the Video Micro and see what that sounds like. Okay, GoPro with the Video Micro. Normal distance to the camera, like we've been saying. We'll see what this cat does. I'm gonna step back to the wall as far as I can go without killing myself. 5-6 foot difference, and then 45 degrees through the camera. Because of that cone effect, the 45 is probably going to be a little bit lower. Now, let's try the wireless me, see what kind of sound results we get out of that. And now we have the Rode Wireless Me. Mic's right here in my shirt pocket, same distance from the camera. Mentally, I know that I don't have to yell at the camera as much, it don't feel like. But we'll step back here. Then we'll do our 45. Great thing about this though, I can walk all the way around, and if I turn around, you should still be able to hear my voice normally and it not be faded out, which is cool. So that's all for in the building. And I'm hoping that this is all coming through this time, so I don't have to reshoot it again. You'll probably see a little bit of differences in clothing or something, or some of the other places because of lighting, but it is what it is, right? So it is pretty cool not having to worry about any of that. So let's take this out in some of the other places we're going to test and see how it works out there. So here we are now in the kitchen. This is back on the iPhone. Just straight iPhone audio capture and things on it. So in the kitchen, so this is in the house, it's a little more protected for sound and everything. You know, I guess normal house, it's not an actual like studio room that you would use, but this will give you an idea of me in the house. There should be less echo and stuff in here. Let's hook up the next microphone and see what it sounds like on the iPhone. Now the Rode Video Micro. Camera's pretty much the same place. Had to move it around to plug it in. But this is the Video Micro, so I'm probably that far, what? 2 foot away from the mic. So let me step back from the mic. Step back here across the room. So there ought to be some echo. I can hear echo, just my natural voice here. So don't know how well you're going to pick me up. Thing with the shotgun mic, let me step off to the side. So I think you can still see me in the shot, but I'm kind of at a 45-degree angle off the microphone. And then standing back up in relation to the camera where I'd normally be talking. The microphone's actually a little bit closer than what the camera is to me, just the way I've got to set this thing up. So that's with the Rode Video Micro. Now, making sure I get everything, let's switch over to the Wireless Me and see what it sounds like. And now the Rode Wireless Me. I've got it right here in my shirt pocket. I'll figure out where to put it better. But I'm the same distance as I was the Micro away from the camera. And we'll step back over the same place we did with the camera, still talking normal voice. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully this thing's working. I'm still trying to figure it out. And then I'll step over to this side at that 45 degree from where the Micro was and see if you can hear me. Also, hopefully the sound is not fluctuating. You know, it doesn't matter whether I get closer to the camera or farther away from the camera. Either way, it ought to work. And then I can even go, should be able to go off camera right in here to the dining room where you can't see me at all. You can still hear me perfectly. And that's kind of the point of this wireless stuff. So that is everything for the phone for an indoor test. Let me look at the camera instead of looking over here. I ain't used this phone in a while for video, guys, but it's handy to have sometimes. And this might be all that you have, but this is all that you need to actually do videos. So let's get over to the GoPro and see what kind of results we can get out of the GoPro here in the house. So in the house, in the kitchen, where you've got less outside noise and stuff, and it's an indoor setting, to see what this sounds like. GoPro with no microphones at all. This is just the standard GoPro sound. Let me step back to about the refrigerator, which is 10 foot away. We'll do a 45. And this is the kind of sound you get from a 45. I can kind of tell it's echoey in here. I mean, it's going to pick up a lot clearer, but you can see what it sounds like just with it. So now let's move on to the video micro and see how the sound sounds with it in here. GoPro with the video micro. And again, normal distance from the camera. We're going to step back all the way back here to the refrigerator to get you sound from over here. Then we're going to do our 45 to see if we get outside of that cone of pickup for the shotgun mic. And then we'll come right back up to the camera. You can see what kind of difference that makes while I come back up to the camera. So there's the video micro. Kind of bulky with the setup, but it's worked good. I thought it worked good until this whole audio adapter thing. Let's go to the wireless me and see what kind of sound we can get out of that now. Now, the wireless me. Same distance. Let's walk back here to the fridge. See what kind of sound we get with it. It should be about the same. Hopefully it is the same and it's all working. We'll do a 45 and get over here. And this is also giving us different sound around the room with different, the way it all bounces off the walls and stuff. One cool thing about this though, I should be able to walk totally in here off camera without you seeing me, but you still should hear me perfectly clear, which opens up opportunities and it's kind of cool. So there's the indoor test and the building test. Let's do the final test in the great outdoors, because you know we're out there a whole lot too. Let's go check this out and see what it sounds like out there. Outside under the carport, so of course you're going to have a little bit of echo from the overhead, but it's a horrible angle view. I don't have a very good mount for the phone. I've got one somewhere, just don't know where it went, but this is the audio straight from the iPhone again for the outside. So it's not going to be great. It's not going to be horrible if that's all you got. You know, this is all about testing, upgrading gear, but you can do every bit of this stuff just off this iPhone, and that's all you need. That's how I started shooting videos, just off the iPhone. And it does really good, especially starting out, it does really good. So you ain't got to invest a bunch of stuff into this, you know, to get started. But you'll hear cars and everything, so this is normal. And those of y'all that watch the channel, you got Dad's wind chimes and, you know, a little bit of everything. So, yeah. So this is what we've got with the regular phone. Let's switch it over to the video micro and see what kind of difference we get in sound with that. Okay, video micro, I have to lean down a little bit and find the camera. Video micro, just a hair behind the camera this time, just the way I've got to set these things up, but it's pretty close. It's almost right even with it. This is normal range for talking. You know, you can see me in the shot and everything. This is normal. Let's step back to the edge of the carport. That's how we'll do this. So we'll step all the way back here, and this is, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but you know, here's the carport. We'll also step off to the side. I don't think it's going to make a difference here. But right here is about the 45 and about the same distance I was in the kitchen from the mic. And this is back up close to talking. So there's the Video Micro and the iPhone. Now let's hook up the wireless me and see what it sounds like. Okay, now over to the wireless me. Let me get you a little better shot there. Now over to the wireless me down where we can actually talk a little bit. This is the wireless me sound on the iPhone. Let's go, I think it's 25 foot out to that eave there. Let's walk out to it. But there's something that's going to make a difference with this wireless. I'm going to turn my back to the camera and you ought to be able to still hear me plain as day. But that's something that you're not going to get from the regular phone, regular GoPro, regular shotgun mic or anything. You're not going to get that sound when you turn away and talk to somebody. You can't get that sound. And this is giving you the distance because now I'm out, 50 foot or so, whatever this ends up being, away from the camera, and you should still be able to hear me good. And this is out from under the carport, so you can see the difference with the echo. But I could not get this far with anything else. And this is kind of exciting to me because I have free range of mobility. This thing is slow, this is small, not slow, it's small. Free range of mobility to walk. I've got this 45 here that we would have had here in the kitchen. It's about the same distance. But I'm walking everywhere. I'm like, this sound of music. It's morning. I'm feeling goofy. Sound of music. Anyway, I've got this mobility now, which is very, very nice. So now let's kick it over to the GoPro, see what kind of results we get out of the GoPro, since that's what we're going to be using most of the time. And finally, you have the GoPro outside. Should be a lot of echo under this eave here too, so we'll see how this sounds. Plus all of the neighbors and the traffic going up and down the hill. Normal standard thing from sitting out here talking to the camera. This cat is killing me. He's back. Let's step out to the eave, which is probably 35, 40 foot or so, just estimating maybe even 50. We'll step back here and see what it sounds like. You probably can't hear me very well, especially now that the dude started the weed eater up. But 50 foot away, I am raising my voice some because I know it's going to be hard to get to you. And that's what it's going to sound like out here. And then we've got our 45 off of the camera to see what it sounds like out here, which is 25, 30 foot away from the camera. So there is the audio for the regular GoPro with no microphones outside. It's going to be challenging with the weed eater, ain't it? And that might be a good thing. Let's skip on to the Video Micro. Now for the Video Micro on the GoPro. This is just normal. Again, I know I keep saying this, guys. It's reminders for myself too, but normal distance from the camera. I want to step back again to the eave, which is, what we said, 40, 50 foot. See what we can pick up from there out here in the outdoors. I don't know how well you can hear me walking away from the camera on this one either. But 45 foot or so away from the camera, this is the sound we're getting with the Video Micro shotgun mic. Now we'll do our 45 and split the difference to about 25 foot away and see what that sounds like. We might be out of the cone of this pickup, I don't know. And then we'll bring ourselves right back up to the camera. You can see how it sounds walking back up to the camera. So, last but not least, Video Micro. This one's going to be fun. Lastly, the wireless me. Normal distance to the camera. If this thing is working right now, you should be able to, as I'm walking out here, hear me perfectly fine. So, rough guess 50 foot away. We've got 50 foot. We've got cars coming down the hill you can see. all kinds of noise back here, so we'll see what kind of difference it makes. Well, just a car has UPS. Let's take it a step further with this though. Let's walk on out to probably, say 100 foot. Come out here to the tree. I probably need to get over here where you can see me a little better from what I can tell. It's getting hard to see the camera already. 100 foot out, you ought to still be able to hear me just as close as being up to the camera. And just for testing's sake, you know, we'll go over here to our 45 degree, but that's not going to matter as much with the wireless, because I ought to be able to walk all the way over here whether you can see me or not, and you still hear me fine. So tons of range that you can have to roam around, do whatever with the wireless me. Okay, that's all of them. Let's get some final thoughts on it and get this one over with. Okay, some final thoughts with the whole wireless thing. The Me is definitely going to be a lot easier to deal with than all this other stuff. It's more compact. Plus, I don't have to worry about where I'm standing in front of the camera, what I'm doing, how close I am or anything, which is all concerns you got to keep in your head when you're doing video. Is it something you have to have for YouTube? Absolutely not. You know, just a cell phone. Cell phone will do just fine to get started. YouTube, Instagram, what's the other one called? TikTok. Any of your social stuff or any videos you want to do, the phone is absolutely fine. I'm just trying to bump up my game as I'm getting money coming in from subscribers and making a little money off these videos. I'm trying to put it back into the channel to make my content better. So that's the whole point of doing this, the whole point. And I wanted to give you a review just in case you've been thinking about upgrading your system, and kind of give you an honest review of it before you go and, you know, drop $150, $200 on something, because who's got that just laying around, right? So anyway, love the wireless Me. Also, while we're doing this, I just thought about this. There's a little bit of a breeze. We'll see if it's catching any sound here. These cats, I swear. But yeah, I think I'm going to be happy with it, especially once I get used to using it and learn how to use it. As you can see, I'm a lot farther back from the camera than I usually am. I'm kind of comfortable enough to do that. So yeah, I'm liking it so far. We'll see how it sounds with you all and in future videos. But thank y'all for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out and taking a little bit of a gear review with me. Hope you got something out of it. Hope you enjoyed it, and just listening to the different sounds and the way everything goes. So thanks for stopping by. Until next time, love one another as the good Lord tells you. We'll see you guys on the next video.